Good evening and welcome to our 6th grade play of Monster in the Closet. So, what you're about to see is a group of incredibly resilient children. As you know, this play was scheduled for 2 weeks ago, and in school 2 weeks ago, we had a lot of cases of COVID. And so we, as a team, had to decide what should we do. There were 3 actors who were out sick, but we knew everyone had tickets and plans, and we were trying to decide, should we delay the show, should we keep it going? And we ultimately, obviously, decided to delay the show. And I actually was home myself with COVID, so when I got back to school, a whole bunch of kids came running up to me, and they said, "Thank you so much for postponing the show." And I looked around, and I was like, "You guys were all here." And they said, "No, it was so important for our friends to be able to be in the play. And we really appreciate that every actor is going to be able to be in the play." So I know that you all understand why we did this and why we put it off, and you're about to see why this was so important to these kids who have been waiting all year to give you this incredible show. Thank you.
time to eat the coffee.
Playback.
You're dreaming of the presents you will get for your birthday, the fun you will have at your party, and a closet monster? Closet monster? Why would she be dreaming about a closet monster? I can't help it. That's what she's dreaming about. Let me just try this again. I am your dream weaver. You are dreaming of police cars, sirens, and a closet monster. I don't believe this. How could they both be dreaming about closet monsters? They must have seen one, but I can't think how. Ming isn't going to like this. Something's fishy. That's for sure. They aren't supposed to know that closet monsters really exist. Who's this kid's monster anyway? It's gotta be Murray. He's probably goofing off again, playing with the girls' toys instead of doing his job. That Murray, always goofing off. I gotta get back to the palace and report this to the Dream King, but he isn't going to be happy.
Mary on the Mary. On the 22. And 3.
Hi, Robin. His Highness is out on some kind of inspection tour, I think. Why? What's the big emergency?
I have to see him right away. Murray's done it this time.
Murray, done what?
He let those 2 children see him.
What 2 children?
Emily and her friend.
You're kidding. Emily actually saw him?
She saw it in her dreams, plain as day.
Oh no. Won't he ever learn?
I have to report this to the Dream King right away. I'm sorry, Wanda. I know you've kind of been taking Murray under your wings.
I'll go talk to him.
Good luck. I'm going to find His Majesty.
That Murray, I've told him time and time again. I'll bet he's playing video games. Again. He just can't leave those things alone.
Come on, get up there. Just go get that blue jacket.
Sure, I've done it now, Murray.
Wanda. Hi. What are you doing here?
Looking for you.
Great. Will you like it, sir?
No, of course not. You know it's against the rules.
Well, yeah, but
This is no time to be playing games.
it isn't?
I've told you and told you. Well, you're in serious trouble this time, Murray.
Trouble? How? What?
You didn't wait until the girls were asleep. And they saw you sneaking through the room.
They saw me?
How do you think I got here? The girls know we're real. The door is wide open now. All because you had to play that stupid video game.
They know?
I wouldn't want to be in your shoes when the Dream King hears about this.
The Dream King? Oh no!
Oh yes, and he isn't going to like the fact that you've been goofing off again.
But you aren't going to tell him, are you, Wanda?
I don't have to tell him anything. The King's Dreamweaver misses nothing.
Dreamweaver?
Yeah, Robin. She was here, weaving dreams for Emily and her friend today. Oh. And of course, what did the girls dream about but you, creeping through the bedroom?
Creeping?
You didn't even wait till Sandy came in to spread his slumber sand.
I thought he...
Lucky for you, I met the two of them before they could report to the Dream King.
Oh no.
They were quick to fill me in on all the details too. Why'd you do it, Marie? You know the rules as well as I do.
Yeah, I know. No closet monster should ever allow himself to be seen.
Of course not. We're supposed to be figments of a child's imagination.
Yeah, I know.
So, why did you rush out of the closet before you were sure the girls were asleep?
I don't know. I guess I just wasn't thinking. It's hard work being a closet monster, you know?
Yeah, I know.
Especially with Emily almost convinced there's no such thing as monsters. I'm hardly ever allowed in her closet anymore.
Every closet monster goes through that phase, Marie. All kids have to grow up and stop believing in us. When they do, we just move it on to our next job.
But I don't want to move on. I like it here.
That's natural. I didn't like having to move on when Tom stopped believing either.
I've finally gotten used to Emily. She doesn't scare me like she used to.
So why didn't you wait until the girls were asleep? It was only a matter of minutes.
I guess I couldn't wait to play Emily's new video game. I got all the way to the 3rd level last night, and before sunrise too.
Video games. Marie, will you ever learn?
I'm sorry, Wanda. It's just we're very good at being a closet monster, you know?
I understand, Marie. Let's just hope the Dream King is as understanding as I am. He's our boss, you know.
Yeah, I know.
He expects us to do our jobs, not run off and play with the kids' toys.
But it gets so boring sitting in that closet all night long.
I get it. Don't forget, I was Tom's closet monster long before you and Emily came along.
Yeah, I remember.
Come on, let's go back to the Dream World and no more video games.
Okay. Use them. Big. Walk up. Out. Okay. Lean in. Lean in. Lean in. Okay. Eyes in the center. Eyes in the center. Eyes in the center.
Mom, have you seen my sandals?
Have you looked in the closet by the front door?
Yeah, I looked everywhere.
Then I have no idea. If you clean your room once in a while, maybe you'll be able to find something without having to ask me first.
Yeah, Mom.
You'll just have to wear your running shoes.
I suppose, but they're not as cool as my sandals.
So your feet will get a bit sweaty.
Mom, cool. Cool. You know,
Because I
like,
can't
cool.
You win it, Rose.
What's going on?
I don't understand why kids can't speak clean English.
A lot of people with the times, Mom.
Do whatever you just do.
Monster? Sheesh.
Tom, stop sleeping through your sister's thing.
But she goes through my stuff all the time.
Well, you're older. You should be setting a better example. Nobody believed this. What a wild story. She's always had a very good imagination. Someday I expect her to be a famous writer.
Yeah, science fiction. Just listen to this. The monster is huge, has to be 8 feet tall, and he's green all over. His fangs drip gore, and those razor sharp claws of his could knock over a cow. His tail is as long and twisted as his neck. As long as the Mississippi River. Sounds like something out of some old horror movie.
Sure does. Tom, is that Emily's diary? How could you? A diary is a very personal thing. No, put that away and go over to the park. I'm sure the guys will be waiting for you.
Alright, but I'm just gonna start writing about a huge hairy monster that lives under my bed.
Now, Tom, there's no monster under your bed and you know it.
I know, but if Emily could have her old closet monster, I could have a monster under my bed.
Or seven, right? And you can go right now.
Good morning, Mrs. C.
Hey, Brianna, and congratulations! I hear your science project took first place in the science fair. You really must be stoked.
Indeed, they seem dieted.
Number 6, what do you want?
What was Tom doing in here, Mom?
For his sandals, dear.
Sure, he wasn't snooping through my things.
Now, Emily, what would Tom want with your things?
I don't know, but it's like snooping around in them.
Hey, Mrs. C, thanks for looking after me last night. You're welcome, Stephanie. And Emily, I just cleaned the chute. Please try and keep it this way.
Sure, Mom.
Mute 6, mute 6, mute 6, mute 6. Yeah, I was her.
At intermission, just tell her.
Years. I thought she'd never.
Now, your letter should make that through. Oh, yeah, sure did. Did he?
Affirmative. Very suspicious. Suspicious if you ask.
Intriguing. Fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. You heard something? Not a thing. This was fascinating. Everything seems so ordinary. Very intriguing. So, did anything else occur? Well, the monster took it across the room and went out to the hall. I think he was looking for something valuable to steal. Interesting. I wanted to go after it, but Emily didn't let me. No way I was going after that thing in the dark. Quite reasonable. I still say we should trap it, like a sting operation. What do you think, Brain? I have yet to form any reasonable hypothesis. We've got to do something. We should trap it. A trap? That is an intriguing solution to this predicament. Okay, but how are the three of us gonna hope to trap a monster that size? Doesn't have to be just the three of us, Emily. We have our own SWAT team. All we have to do is call our friends. Sure, Megan, Kelly, and Tara. They can help. And don't forget Mary.
I'm not sure Mary would be much of a help hunting down a monster.
Only if the monster stole her mirror, that is. I'd love to perform some further testing before I commit myself. 10-4, get the facts. I got you. Precisely. What did I put on that midnight glass? Come on, let's go call everybody to see if we can make it. Yeah, then we can make our plans. But Emily, you can't tell them anything.
Why not?
They'll think you're just making up another story. It's better if Bree and I are here to back you up.
Well, alright.
Let me do the talking. Coming, Bree? No. I have a molecular primary test. I wish to confirm the interior. Pardon? Tests. Oh, tests. Roger that.
Can you something for
Interesting. Messy, but interesting.
29.
I wonder. Now, I shall endeavor to recreate the same conditions under which the monster first appeared in.
And what number's 20?
Helpful it should be. I shall require a flashlight for this endeavor.
So do it. I'll need 20. What 20 is 31? Yeah, I'll need 31.
I thought we were going to practice. I need to work on my layup.
You guys have got to see the stuff Emily wrote in her diary. You guys won't believe it. Now, where did that thing even go?
Diary? But that's a very personal thing. You shouldn't be reading your sister's diary.
Oh, come on, Seth.
Might jinx us, bad karma, you know.
Oh, come on, Big Chris. You're telling us you've never snooped in your sister's stuff?
Well, yeah, but this is different.
A sister's a sister.
Ah, here it is. It's all about that monster she saw last night.
A monster?
Last night? You mean when Stephanie was here?
Yeah, here, read it for yourself.
Huge, 8 feet, green, fangs, razor sharp claws, tail as long and as twisted as the Mississippi River, and she claims this thing is real?
Yeah, corny, eh?
I'll say, here, have a look.
No thanks.
Seth?
Not me.
Oh, come on. You guys don't honestly believe in monsters, do you?
Well, yeah, doesn't everybody?
They're just stories someone made up to scare little kids.
Yeah, they aren't real. Not like the Boston Celtics. Now there's a team to be scared of.
What do you say, Seth?
I like to keep an open mind.
Is that a yes or
or no?
I don't know. I'm just saying, I'm sure Emily must have seen something like that to read in her diary.
With the imagination she's got, it's probably just a shadow on the walls or something.
But she's so mature for her age.
She's a girl.
Girls are such wimps. My sister always used to insist there was a monster under her bed.
You've got to be pulling my leg.
No fooling. Scared the thing would reach out, pinch your toes or something silly like that.
And I never would have thought it of Stephanie and her wanting to be a cop too.
Let's have a look in the closet.
Yeah, let's see it.
I'm not sure we should. Bad luck if you ask me.
Oh, come on. What are you guys? Chicken?
No.
Don't you want to see this thing for yourselves?
Well,
Oh, come on. Emily will never know. That's what's bothering you.
Yeah, she's busy downstairs.
I really don't think.
There's nothing to be afraid
I'm
of.
not afraid of anything.
Well then,
Let's take a look.
Yeah, alright. Okay. What's that? I told you it's bad luck.
Something probably just fell off Emily's shelf. She just throws her stuff in there.
yeah, Stephanie does that too.
You're not gonna let a little noise scare you.
Of course
Okay, now
not.
go.
Voices don't scare me. I don't like the sound of that. Me neither. Sounds kind of something like the yoga.
That is just Emily trying to scare us.
But wasn't Emily in the kitchen as we came in? And Stephanie was with her. That story about a monster. Could it be real?
Nah, couldn't be.
The girls just made it up.
Well, those noises don't sound so made up to
There's
me.
one more.
Those noises sound. I'm out of here. It didn't happen.
Can you 31 or 27?
Couple of fraidy cats.
Letting a little noise scare them.
That Chris is so superstitious.
He'll believe anything.
We may as well head down to the park now.
For that, I'll still need to work on my layup.
Yeah, I could use some practice.
There's nothing interesting going on around here anyway.
I thought I heard someone talking out here. Perhaps it was simply my imagination. I must have noted it.
Okay, let's read center.
How extraordinary. I must return home from a laboratory class for example.
Okay, there you go. Read lights. Mute 4. Or whatever she is. Mute 9. Mute 9. Yeah, no. Turn the lights off. Turn the lights off. Turn the lights off.
A closet monster playing video games? Never before in the history of Dreamworld has this ever happened. Can't like the sound of that. Write that down for my memoirs, Toadie.
Yes, Your Majesty.
How are my memoirs coming, Toadie?
Very well, Your Majesty.
Wonderful. Now, there was.
Video games, Your Majesty.
What's that?
Oh yes, those self-respecting monster was ever so. Those self-respecting monster was ever so. Video games.
Yes, Your Majesty.
We don't need to repeat this disaster.
No, Your Majesty.
Now, where is this Harry? What was the cause of all this trouble?
His name is Murray, Your Highness.
That's what I said. Clean out your. Now write that down.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Please don't forget it again.
No, Your Majesty.
Now, where is he? We can't waste any more of our valuable time. We have fallen.
Yes, Your Highness.
Please, Your Majesty, forgive me. I never meant for this to happen. Honest, I didn't. I won't let it happen again. Please.
I believe this is him now, Your Highness.
I see that. So you've come to face your punishment at last, have you? Yes, Your Majesty. Oh, please, Your Majesty. I never meant for this to happen. I can't. I have no doubt you'll come to help me in this case.
Well, yes, Your Majesty. Murray has the best of intentions. He tries very hard to overcome his fears and do his job.
I've heard how hard Murray tries.
That's Murray, Your Majesty.
That's what I said. Murray. Now write that down.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Don't forget it.
No, Your Majesty.
And why did Murray drink the most sacred bowl and allow us to be seen? Well, bad enough to let the child who's been assigned to see, but to be seen by another child as well, well, that's just downright incompetence. You like the sound of that? Write that down.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Now, where was it? Oh yes, incompetence. Really, we can't. Please, Your Majesty, I didn't mean to. I won't let it happen again. What's this I hear about these video games? I made a mistake. I promise. I'll never touch another video game for the rest of my life. Please, give me another chance. Another chance? I won't let it happen again.
And I assure you, I intend to stay with Murray and see that he does his job properly.
See that he does. I'll give you one more chance, Larry. Oh, thank you, Your Majesty. But if I hear you messed up one more time, I'll put you off closet and for you to work with the Easter Bunny. The Easter Bunny? Oh no, please. I can never be mistaken for a cute, cuddly bunny rabbit. I'm just too. Or maybe I'll send him to work with the Sandman, the Tooth Fairy. They've both been asking for help lately. The Tooth Fairy? Oh no, I'm far too big and clumsy to be. You got all that?
Yes, Your Majesty.
Good. My memoirs will be spectacular.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Spectacular. Where was I? Oh yes, I suggest you make the most of this birthday.
Oh, I will. Thank you, Your Majesty. Thank you so much. I promise I'll try to make the most of this generous offer. Oh yes, I sure will. Thank you.
Be sure that you do, and be sure he doesn't get anywhere near those video games ever again.
No, I mean, yes, Your Majesty.
Come along to me. Still on the board of business, Dentil.
Yes, Your Majesty. Phew, did you get off easy? But I wouldn't want to see what happened next time, Murray. You might wind up assigned to help Santa Claus deliver toys.
I sure wouldn't want to do that. I'm sorry, Wanda. I'll try to be more careful next time.
Good. You look just awful, just like one of those Christmas elves.
I would look even worse in the Tooth Fairy's tutu.
Okay, mute 3 and 22. Lights off. All lights off. All lights off. All lights off. I'm in 7, 22. Okay, let's move. Wait. Let's move over the center. 1, 2. Lights come up regular. Go. Light center. 7, 12, and 2.
You'll find out when Stephanie and Bray get back. I promise not to say a word until we are all together.
I hate it. It's worse than being lonely with people both times. You would. Oh, come on, Emily. Can you at least give us a hint?
Oh, just wait. You'll see.
That's number 12.
Believe what?
I was there and I don't believe it.
You were there?
Yeah, can you just not be pleased number 12?
Is she pee?
I need to check this. I need 8 and 20. I need 8 and 20.
What do you do? Not right now, Mary. We've got important business to attend to.
What is it?
Can't tell us right now.
Alright, so I'll just get started until whatever it is we're waiting for to start.
So, Emily, what's up? Stephanie called and said to meet her here. Something about a big emergency?
With Stephanie, everything is a big emergency.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
If you're asking me, your hair is a big emergency, Tara.
Nobody asked me.
You can't just keep hiding it under that cap of yours.
Emily has up a chance to tell a story?
Got me.
Oh, come on, Emily. You can tell us.
Ow!
Now we'll find out what all this is about.
I'm glad to see you all made it.
What's going on, Stephanie?
On, spill it all. I wanted to be sure I have your undivided attention. Something occurred here last night. Something unbelievable.
What happened?
We've got a monster!
Apparently, there's a monster residing in Alan's closet.
Yeah.
Oh, come off it, you guys. What's the real problem?
No fooling. There's a monster in my closet.
That's kid stuff. Nobody believes in monsters. But I have a great remedy for monsters. It's right here in my bag. If anyone's interested.
We're talking about real monsters, Mary, not blemishes.
Oh, they were all right. We saw one, didn't we, Stephanie?
Affirmative.
Actually saw a monster.
What did it look like?
He's huge. Must be at least 8 feet tall.
8 feet? That's bigger than Shaq.
He's green all over, with horns on his head. And he's got these razor sharp claws and fangs. And the longest tail I've ever seen.
Yeah, right. Are you sure it wasn't just some shadow on the wall?
Does a shadow open doors?
Well, a little eyeshadow in the right spot can really open doors to great possibilities. For instance, color coordinating with your earrings or
Mary Kay, this has nothing to do with beauty secrets.
This is more along the lines of a top secret police intelligence.
The monster came out of my closet, he rushed in my bed, and glared down at us with his big glowing yellow eyes.
Then he left and snuck out into the hall. Very suspicious. Follow him.
Are you kidding? Follow a monster? No way!
Besides, there was no reason to. We knew he'd be back.
How'd you know that if he was ever really here to start with?
He was here all right.
Back? Well, no. We tried to keep surveillance, but I guess we fell asleep.
You fell asleep? After all that excitement, you mean to tell me that you actually fell asleep?
Yeah, we fell asleep. It was like we were under some sort of spell or something. Wasn't it, Stephanie?
Yeah, it felt like that to me.
What a great story. You should write this one down after.
It's not a story, Megan. It's all real, I tell you.
You sure you weren't just dreaming or something?
Rain, you aren't going to tell me you believe this story, are you?
As an intellectual, I cannot allow myself to overlook any possibility.
Come on, Ray, just talk about straight over the plate, will you?
Means keeping an open mind.
Of course. If it was a dream, then Emily and Stephanie had that exact same dream. Down to minute detail. This virtually rules out the possibility of the monster being a figment of imagination. The existence of a closet monster opens all sorts of possibilities.
Wow, that's
What are you talking about, Brain?
Just think about it. Monsters are real. What about fairy tales? What about unicorns, Pegasus, or even the gods themselves?
Nah, Megan, we were thinking more along the lines of Santa Claus, the Tooth Fairy, the Easter Bunny, things like that.
Right now, we're dealing with the monster and Emily's cousin. I've called all you guys here for help. It seems to me that a scientific stratagem would work to our advantage.
There's nothing scientific about monsters. They aren't real, I tell you.
Yeah, I won't believe it until I see it for myself.
Just wait, you'll see.
Of course we did, but we didn't see anything.
It was like the monsters just vanished or something.
Wow, very like that. I love those kinds of stories.
Vanished. Interesting, but not a practical explanation.
Yeah, just like how my monster Zix disappeared with my new improved venison cream overnight.
But we don't have any Zits.
Exactly.
Do you really think the monster turned invisible, Brain? I would say that was highly unlikely. It is a scientific fact that molecules may change shape, but they never vanish completely. I would say it's more likely the monster walked into the closet and stepped into another world.
Wow, another world. Kind of like the Narnia. I've got the whole series.
But this isn't a book. This is all true, and we've got to do something about it. It doesn't matter where he went. We just need to make sure that he doesn't return to the scene of the crime. I agree. We require a decisive strategy to rid ourselves of the intruder. Strategy, of course.
What were you thinking, Brain?
A way of rendering the monster harmless in order to dissuade him from returning. Difficult. All right. The monster has only appeared at night, so therefore, in order to capture it, we must all be here at night.
You mean like sleep?
Precisely.
I'm sure Mom will let me have to sleep over Saturday night. Well, I'm pretty sure anyway.
We require a few essential pieces of apparatus. Oh, got it. A large blanket, some flashlights, and a length of a sturdy rope.
Well, we can use the blanket off my bed.
I've got a big flashlight.
So do I. I shall provide the rope. Now we only have to secure parents' permission for the sleepover.
I'll bring my new organic facial kit. This'll be great.
4, 9, 8, 20, 7, 12, 2. Lights. The lights are going to come up on the right. On 6 and 7. I mean 6 and 7. I mean 6 and 7. Also on the left, on the left. The other room, not the camera. 6 and 7. The other side, the other side, the other side, the other side. 6 and 7. I mean 6 and 7. Turn the lights on. Turn the lights on. There we go. Yes. End of action. End of action. Oh yeah, turn the lights off. The intermission. Turn the lights off. Turn the lights off. We want P-shirt lights on.
I don't think it's intermission.
We're supposed to be intermission. Unmute them. Yeah.
Mute someone.
Turn the lights on. Make an announcement. Yeah, let's hear.
Mute someone. Someone's muted. Someone unmute.
Turn the lights on. Turn all the lights on.
Turn all the lights on.
That's the P-shirt. Turn the microphone on. Someone turn the microphone on. And announce the intermission.
I don't have one.
We're supposed to be having intermission. Somebody turn on the house lights.
That's them. They have to turn it on. Yeah.
You guys have to turn on the house lights.
Turn those on. Left. Mr. Thomas is left.
Mulo, what were you doing in the audience?
Someone use the microphone.
Why is there still something going through the soundboard? Mute the master. Guys, someone needs to announce it.
Someone get the mic on stage and say it's intermission, and then turn on the music after that.
Oh my god. Can someone run downstairs from here? Yeah, I'll do it. Go, run.
Mic on the side.
Run downstairs. Go run downstairs. We don't have the mic, Dr. Lowenstein has the mic. We have no one talking downstairs. Dr. Lowenstein needs to do it. Where is it? Just Dr. Lowenstein has the mic. She needs to say it.
We will turn on the...
Someone go up on the stage and say it's
Akiva, run into it. Akiva, run into it. Oh my god. I'm confused.
Go on stage and say intermission. He's scared. He's scared. I'm sorry.
This is just amazing. Where'd he go?
He's right there. Just tell him you're right there.
Oh my god.
Tell them what it is. They think it's done. Tell them it's not over. I think they said that.
They got it. They got it. They got it. They just need to turn those lights on. There you go. Okay. Yes, you can clear all the music. No, do not turn the lights on.
Yeah, no, I just turned the lights on.
Yes, you can go get water.
I am also
What microphone is this? Can you guys It's Dr. Lowenstein's microphone.
Monitor one slider, what? And unmute. That was right. Yeah, look at it now. Check the board. I can just scream for it.
Don't do that kind of real quick.
That's not what my adoption hair looked like.
He's doing a little dance.
Anybody know where Caroline or Eliana is? Their mics are broken.
Oh my god. She's not. between the games.
Redwood is it green? Yellow.
No.
Okay,
No. Yeah, no, it was getting signal only when I turned off the game. Yeah, but all the way. No, it's not good. That means when the game turned off all the way.
Allie, are you on there?
Game means everyone. It means like none of the game is speaking.
So it's almost ready.
So if I would turn this all the way up, it can impede from all of them.
Do you know when we're starting it at? And it's the play starting again.
So you need to scream out loud.
Look, it only works downstairs.
Are we starting again? Wait, who's announcing intermission's over?
We don't announce, we just turn off the lights and it just happens. Are you by the lights?
Okay.
Let me know when you're there, okay? Okay guys, we're gonna start again. Guys, we're gonna start again. Okay, Shmuel, you're turning off the lights.
Got it.
Guys, elevators are off. Elevators are off. Quick. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Is everyone ready?
You're up.
We're gonna wait for everyone to come. We're gonna start to sit, okay? Give it a minute. Guys, we need to be nice for everyone else. Shh. We're gonna wait 1 minute. Okay. At Rise, it's gonna be on that side, okay? On that side. Regular lights on the left, okay?
Now?
Not yet, not yet. In a minute. In a minute. And in a minute, you're gonna unmute 6 and 7. In a minute, we're gonna count to 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Lights. Lights.
I don't know about this, Emily. Mom, just how many girls are we talking about anyway?
Just the same girls as always, which would be
many? 30.
Stephanie, Brain, Tara, Kelly, and Megan.
Yes, unmute.
Oh,
I'm about to walk on.
and Mary too.
6. You want to invite 6 girls?
Yeah, Mom, please.
And just where are they all going to sleep?
In my room.
In your room?
Yeah, in my room. You're gonna see me back on the floor. There's plenty of room.
Oh no, Mom. That'll make the second time this week. That's not fair.
Stephanie only stayed over last night because her mom was out of town. Doesn't matter. Yes, it does. I didn't ask her to stay the night.
Mom, I don't want the 7 little dwarfs running around and getting their grubby little fingers all over my stuff.
Just stop, Mom.
Yeah, right. Last time my favorite teacher's got room and I couldn't find my drumsticks for a whole week.
They were under your bed. Not my fault you couldn't bend over to look for them. And the teacher got ripped because you left them lying on the floor and somebody tripped over.
Mom, you can't seriously be considering this. Well, I don't know.
Please, Mom, it's my birthday. You promised we could do something special.
Yes, but the sleepover wasn't exactly what I had in mind. I was thinking more along the lines of a cake, ice cream, maybe a trip to the movies.
But I promise I won't ask for anything else.
I don't know about this,
Emily. But Mom, school starts soon, and this is the last free weekend we'll have.
Is this
But
something
6
like
girls, everyone will be on their best behavior. I promise.
Yeah, I bet they'll be giggling and laughing all night. I won't get a wink of sleep.
Can't be any worse than the time you had your friends over, blasting the neighborhood with that stupid music of yours.
Girls are such a pain.
Boys are worse. That's enough of that, you two.
He started it.
I'm sorry, Mom. Can I please have a slumber party?
Well, I suppose it's alright. But if there's any trouble,
Oh, there won't be any trouble, Mom.
God, to be kidding. You letting her have another sleepover?
now Tom, Emily would put up with your friends. Surely you could put up with her just for one night. Tell you what, Saturday night you can go out back instead of the tent. You can sleep under the stars. And that way you won't have to worry about Emily's friends keeping you awake.
The tent? Can I have a friend over to keep company?
Well, if you both stay outside.
Looks like an old radio. You're kidding. I still say there's no such thing as monsters, but I brought my flashlight.
I happen to have the perfect thing for a sleepover, since I don't think you'll be getting any beauty sleep due to this whole monster hunting thing. This will work wonders for those awful bags of ears under your eyes. Exactly. First we'll apply this avocado face mask, then we'll place slices of cucumbers over our eyes. Maybe a facial will make them look less scary?
Anything, it would make someone scarier looking. I've seen that green goo. Ugh!
Alright, so then this carrot-scented hair removal cream will definitely make the monsters less hairy. Which reminds me, I have a great foot scrub and soap combo pack right here. You guys are really missing out on a chance to make your skin prettier. But what about beauty sleep? Yeah, pretending.
think they're asleep already? I know Stephanie's not planning on sleeping tonight. I heard her say something about a stakeout. What do you have in mind? Yeah, I like it. Girls are such wimps, but how? I got you. Make a few girls scream. I don't know about that, Tom. I think Seth has a crush on your sister.
I agree with Tara. Mrs. Worm at a complete waste of time. I'll wait and see for myself if you don't mind. It's probably just the boys coming in for a late night snack or something.
There sure are a lot of girls here tonight.
I see what you mean.
Emily must be having a sleepover.
It is her birthday.
Yeah. Wonder what sort of present she got.
Where do you think they're going?
I want to see what sort of stuff Emily got for her birthday.
Murray, get back here. You know what the Dream King said. We don't even know if Sandy's been here yet or not.
Oh, come on, Wanda. They're all asleep. What could possibly happen?
Make sure it's good and tight! We don't want that.
Yeah, we can't keep them tied up forever. I don't want to see her. Hey, Tara's gone too. Where do you think they went? They'll be back. Okay, let's see what these monsters look like. What happened? Where did the monsters go? We had a good grip on them until Emily threw that blanket over our heads. Well, how was I supposed to know? I believe there were some that Megan? Piper, Claire, B. Yes, that appears to be a Christmas tradition. Nice theater going on.
Yeah, what's going on? How come you're all tied up, Stephanie?
Do you guys think we're wimps? Why else would we not catch a monster?
Oh, we are. We just needed another blanket. Sure.
Leave it to our brother. Try what? We're gonna try to scare us. I wonder what happened to those monsters.
tired, Your Majesty?
You're gonna be replaced, you know, Toady. Now tell me why these children are sleeping on the floor.
I believe today's Emily's birthday, Your Majesty. It appears she's having a sleepover.
Ah, yes, a sleepover. That sounds like fun. A child with a face painted green. You never know with these young humans.
Perhaps it would be a good idea to leave now, Your Majesty.
Now, why would we not do that, Toady? Nonsense. The Sand Woman must have been here.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Besides, I'm the Dream King. What possible harm could these puny human children do to me?
You monsters are nervous! Hold on, Emily. I got him. That's broke. Be sure to use that fancy knot of yours, Brains. Just make sure they're really nice and tight. That's done.
Now see me again, Toady.
Why, you two? What do we do now?
Help me get these untied.
Yes, Your Help.
Help me.
You had to sneeze.
I couldn't help it. It's dusty in there.
At least you didn't have a roller skate wedged behind your back.
Are you sure they're gone?
I'm sure, but let's be careful.
Yeah, that was a pretty close call.
We better untie His Majesty and get out of here.
Who's that? Who's there?
I believe it's Marianne Wanda, Your Majesty.
Great. See what you can do if you put your mind to it, Toady. Well, just get us out of here.
Yes, Your Majesty, right away.
This knot's really tight.
I've never seen a knot like this before. Please hurry, there's no telling when those girls will be back.
Now I've got it.
Where did those girls go anyway? One thing is for sure, you can't come back here again, Murray.
Yeah, I know. I wish I hadn't been in such a hurry the other night. That's one wish I should be happy with. Yes, Your Majesty, but is it true that you can really grant my wish?
Certainly, when His Majesty uses his magic, His Majesty can do almost anything.
But I don't understand. Why didn't you just use your magic to escape? Well, of course you wouldn't understand. No one ever completely understands my actions. Quite right, Toby. Quite right. But why didn't you use your magic? Why? Well, of course you wouldn't understand. Yes, Your Majesty. That's right, the children were all awake. My magic only works when they're asleep.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Oh,
weren't trying to scare you.
Oh no, never. But you see, we monsters can't get into a closet without making some noise.
Especially with all the stuff you kids have piled in there.
It's a wonder more closet monsters aren't crushed by the minute by the amounts of toys and clothes and things you could just stuff into your closets. Well, no, but we wouldn't make quite as much.
That's for sure. That's our job. No, that's silly.
It's our job to watch over you while you sleep.
It's been so since the first baby took his first nap. We dreamed of cows, I believe. Whatever. And this monster was right there to watch over me.
You see, when you were born, a monster was assigned to watch over you.
Exactly. But the dream world is a very fragile place. When a child no longer believes in monsters, we are banished from the closet.
And then we move on to our next assignment. Yeah.
Well, no, not every child has a closet.
Some don't even have a room of their own to sleep in.
In such cases, the monster will be under the bed or even sitting in the shadow of the corner.
Oh, so that's what that was.
We never meant to scare you.
We're very sorry we did.
It appears to me that this creature has been dead for a long time, and none of us are going to be around.
I agree. He's over.
Set them free after all the excitement we went through to catch them.
Come on, Toby. We still have important business to attend to.
Are you supposed to leave your closet like that?
Well, no, not really.
A closet monster is supposed to sit in one place and watch over their assigned child until the crack of dawn.
I couldn't wait to play your new video game. Yeah, I love all the neat graphics. Yeah, I got all the way to the 3rd level last night before dawn.
Murray,
Sorry, Rhonda. See, I've never been very good at being a closet monster. I guess it's because I've always been so afraid of you, and I really like video games. I never thought I could scare any of you kids.
Isn't that funny? You were scared of her, and she was scared of you.
who me? No. I was Tom's closet monster before he stopped leaving. Now, I'm just waiting for my next assignment.
I can't wait to know about this.
Yeah, well, I think it's time we get going.
Rhonda, do we have to? That'd be great.
Yes, I really do think it's time we get going. It's much past your bedtime, and we have closet monster things to do.
Yeah, closet monster things. No, of course not.
Have a good sleep, all of you, and remember us in your dreams.
course I'm sure, Cody. Have I ever been wrong? Never mind. Jerry got us into this mess, and now it's up to me to get us out of it. After all, we can't have these children telling other little friends about us, can we?
No, Your Majesty.
You may be. Then they're all asleep? Good. Then you may help me perform the magic ritual.
Your Majesty, is it true? Is
what true? What's it now?
Are you really going to erase their memories?
Of course. Now stand back and let us get on with it.
But why, Your Majesty?
We can't allow anyone to know the dream world really exists. You know that.
His Majesty is right, right?
Of course I'm right. Be sure you write this down, Tony.
Yes, Your Majesty.
We monsters have enough work to do now. Can you really imagine what it would be like if every child knew monsters were real?
Oh, well, no, but
Why, there wouldn't be enough of us to go around. Do you know how many children are in this world?
well,
Millions, and more girls and boys are born every single day.
millions?
There are only so many of us monsters go around. That's why when a child stops believing, we move on, so that every child born has a protector. You got all that, Tony?
I guess I never thought of it that way. Don't worry, Murray. His Majesty knows what he's doing.
Of course I know what I'm doing. I'm the Dream King. The children will remember last night as nothing more than a dream. If our dreams do, it'll eventually fade from their memory.
But, Your Majesty,
That's why I sent the Sandman and the Dream Weavers in here. I want to make sure every single child's asleep.
His Majesty isn't taking any chances this time.
Yes. Now let me get on with my work.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Toady, my magic wand. Hear me, all you children. Turn your ear to my voice and listen to my words. The things you saw and heard tonight were only bits and pieces of your imagination.
Bits and pieces of imagination.
You were all dreaming.
Dreaming.
You will remember last night as nothing more than a dream.
Nothing more than a dream.
You will remember tomorrow as nothing more than a dream.
Nothing more than a dream.
It is done.
It is done.
You won't remember a thing.
Won't remember a thing tomorrow.
Command you to stop repeating what I say.
Stop repeating what I say.
Okay, let's get out.
Get out of here.
I guess this is a goodbye, Emily. I'm gonna miss playing with all your toys, especially your video games. I'm even gonna miss getting crushed under all your stuff in your closet. But most of all, I'm gonna miss you. Bye, Emily.
I think it's about time to take this mask off. You girls really miss